Hello and welcome to the Jester's Jukebox. I'm Mark McCaighey, your host for the next half hour as we enjoy and endure a selection from some of the good, the bad and the downright bizarre in British comedy songs from over the years. Amongst those ready for play in the Jester's Jukebox today are Benny Hill, George Formby and Oliver Reed, plus not to be missed 3 tracks from our featured artist. We begin though by travelling back to the summer of 1978 and to a time when Grease mania was all the rage, and John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John's effervescent duet You're the One I Want ruled the airwaves by staying at the #1 spot for a straight 9 weeks. So dig out those dancing shoes as we jive away the blues and relive those halcyon days of the smooth summer sounds of Arthur Mullard and Hilda Baker.
I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. Cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying.
You better shape up, cause I need a man. Oh, and my heart is set on you. Better shape up, you better understand. To my heart I must be true.
Nothing left for me to do. You're the one that I want.
You're the one that I want. You're the one that I want.
You're the one I need. Oh yes indeed.
If you're filled with infection, you're too sly to convey. Medicate in my direction. Feel your way.
I better shape up, cause you need a man.
I need a man who can keep me satisfied.
I better shape up if I'm gonna prove.
You better prove if my faith is justified. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure down deep inside. You're the one that I want. I need the one that I want. I need the one that I want.
The one I need. Oh yes indeed. You're the one that I want.
I need the one that I want. You're the one that I want.
The one I need. Oh yes indeed. You're the one that I want. I need the one that I want. Arthur.
The one that I want.
The one I need.
Oh yes indeed.
You're the one I want.
Arthur Mullard and Hilda Baker there with their very own unique rendition of You're the One That I Want from the musical Grease. Well, unlike the original, Arthur and Hilda's version never made it to #1. What a surprise. But our next comedy song here on the Jester's Jukebox did. In fact, it held pole position for 4 weeks over the Christmas and New Year period of 1971-72. Written and performed by Benny Hill, it is of course the ill-fated tale of Ernie, the fastest milkman in the West.
You could hear the hoofbeats pound as they raced across the ground, and the clatter of the wheels as they spun round and round. And he galloped into Market Street, his badge upon his chest. His name was Ernie, and he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Now Ernie loved a widow, a lady known as Sue. She lived all alone in Lily Lane at number 22. They said she was too good for him, she was haughty, proud and chic. But Ernie got his cocoa there 3 times every week. They called him Ernie. And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. She said she'd like to bathe in milk. He said, all right, sweetheart. And when he'd finished work one night, he loaded up the cart. He said, you want it pasteurised, 'cause pasteurised is best. She says, Ernie, I'll be happy if it comes up to me chest. That tickled old Ernie. and he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Now Ernie had a rival, an evil-looking man called Ted from Teddington, and he drove the baker's van. He tempted her with his treacle tarts and his tasty oatmeal bread, and when she seen the size of his hot meat pies, it very near turned her head. She nearly swooned at his macaroon, and he said, now if you treat me right, you'll have hot rolls every morning and crumpets every night. He knew once she sampled his layer cake, he'd have his wicked way, and all Ernie had to offer was a pint of milk a day. Poor Ernie! Ernie! And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. One lunchtime, Ted saw Ernie's horse and cart outside her door. He drove him mad to find it was still there at 4:30. And as he leapt down from his van, off blood through his veins did course, and he went across to Ernie's cart, and he didn't half kick his horse, whose name was Trigger. Trigger! And he pulled the fastest milk cart in the West. Now Ernie rushed out into the street, his gold top in his hand. He said, if you want to marry Susie, you fight for her like a man. Oh, why don't we play cards for her, he sneeringly replied. And just to make it interesting, we'll have a shilling on the side. Now Ernie dragged him from his van, and beneath the blazing sun, they stood there face to face, and Ted went for his bun. But Ernie was too quick, things didn't go the way Ted planned, and a strawberry-flavoured yoghurt sent it spinning from his hand. Now Susie ran between them and tried to keep them apart, and Ernie pushed her aside, and a rock cake caught him underneath his heart. And he looked up in pained surprise, and the concrete hardened crust of a stale pork pie caught him in the eye, and Ernie bit the dust. Poor Ernie! Ernie! And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Ernie was only 52. He didn't want to die. And now he's gone to make deliveries in that milk round in the sky, where the customers are angels and ferocious dogs are banned, and a milkman's life is full of fun in that fairy dairy land. But a woman's needs are manifold, and Sue, she married Ted. But strange things happened on their wedding night as they lay in their bed. Was that the trees a-rustling, or the hinges of the gate, or Ernie's ghostly gold tops a-rattling in their crate? They won't forget Ernie. Ernie! And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West.
Benny Hill there with his hit single Ernie, the Fastest Milkman in the West, was sold nearly 700,000 copies on its original release in 1971. We travel back to 1936 now though for our next song, as we go from a milk round to a window cleaning round and enjoy a polished performance from George Formby as he sings his classic When I'm Cleaning Windows.
Now I go cleaning windows to earn an honest bob. For a nosy Parker, it's an interesting job. Now it's a job that just suits me. A window cleaner you would be if you can see what I can see. When I'm cleaning windows, honeymooning couples too, you should see them bill and coo. You'd be surprised at things they do. When I'm cleaning windows in my profession, I'll work hard, but I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. The blushing bride, she looks divine. The bridegroom, he is doing fine. I'd rather have his job than mine. When I'm cleaning windows, the chambermaid, sweet names I call. It's a wonder I don't fall. My mind's not on my work at all. When I'm cleaning windows, I know a fella's such a swell. He has a thirst that's plain to tell. I've seen him drink his bath as well. When I'm cleaning windows, oh, in my profession, I'll work hard, but I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. Pajamas lying side by side, ladies' nighties I have spied. I've often seen what goes inside when I'm cleaning windows. Now there's a famous talky queen. She looks a flapper on the screen. She's more like 80 than 18. When I'm cleaning windows, she pulls her hair all down behind, then pulls down her never mind, and after that pulls down the blind. When I'm cleaning windows, in my profession I'll work hard, but I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. An old maid walks around the floor. She's so fed up one day I'm sure she'll drag me in and lock the door. When I'm cleaning windows, when I'm cleaning windows.
When I'm Cleaning Windows there from George Formby and his little ukulele. We carry on now with a 1963 track from Carry On star Joan Sims as she sings the Spring Song.
Oh, Ken, I shouldn't really, but I can't resist you when you waggle your ears like that. And it's so peaceful here, just you and me and... Oh, that spring, it's no good blaming me. Who was it suggested holding hands on your settee? Oh, seemed rosy for a cosy chat, but how can you get romantic with a noise like that? Oh, that spring, I distinctly felt it go. I'm the one who's on it, so it's me you ought to know. Waited hours for us to start to swing. The minute we started, goes the spring. Well, honestly, Ken, I mean, talk about a passion killer. Oh, that spring, it's twanging like a harp. Pardon me for saying, but the end is rather sharp. Though I thought I'd play it sort of cool, I'm telling you it's a mercy that I'm wearing wool. Oh, that spring, it isn't very nice. Since we've been here talking, I've been vaccinated twice. Can't you fix it with a piece of string? Whenever I'm near you, goes the spring. I mean, quite apart from my feelings, which shall be nameless, there are the neighbours to consider. Of course, it's rather sweet that every time we meet we go right through. And I'm willing to admit I'm partial to a little bit of with you. Be safer if we sat the other end. Here's me hoping to have a little fling, but where does it get you? Goes the spring. I'll tell you what, Ken, the next time I come round here, I'm bringing my Gran's air cushion. Oh, shut up.
Joan Sims there and the Spring Song. Up next is a duet and a somewhat bizarre comedy pairing, as it features singer and dancer Joyce Blair, sister of Lionel, alongside what was at the time an up-and-coming young actor called Oliver Reed. The duo offer a take on the duet standard Baby It's Cold Outside, which was popular at the time in a soulful version by Ray Charles and Betty Carter. Blair and Reed, though, perform it more in the chirpy Cockney style of Mike Sarn and Wendy Richards' then recent #1 hit, Come Outside. Unfortunately for Joyce and Oliver, they were not to enjoy the same success. The single was not a big seller and the two never teamed up again. So let's now hear that one and only performance from the unlikely pairing of Joyce Blair and Oliver Reed as they bring us their rendition of Baby It's Cold Outside.
Wait, doll, it's cold out there.
I've gotta get away.
But darling, it's cold outside.
Tonight has been...
I've been hoping you'd drop in.
Really? Quite nice.
Yeah, has, isn't it?
My mum will start to worry.
But beautiful, what's your worry then?
My old man will be as mad as...
Oh yeah, well I just put another bob in the gas, didn't I?
So really, I'd better scarp out.
Well, I heard you stayed later with Arthur.
maybe just a half a pint more.
Put some more 45s on while I pour, will you?
What the neighbours think?
Yeah, but, doll, it's cold out there.
Here, what you put in this drink?
No cabs to be had out there.
Ooh, I feel funny now.
Yeah, your eyes are all starry-like.
Think I'll be sick.
Well, mind me Italian suiting. 45 bob at the Burtons.
I'm choosy who I go out with.
Yeah, your bouffant looks swell.
At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
Mind if I move in closer?
I really can't stay.
Yeah, what's the use? You're hurting me pride.
But it's cold outside.
Darling.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Is anyone likely to come in?
I don't know. Don't worry, me mum's at the bingo hall, winning 5 bob.
Well, I hope so.
Let's go.
No, I simply must go.
Here, doll, it's cold outside.
The answer is no.
But, darling, it really is cold outside.
The welcome has been
I think I'm glad you dropped in.
just a bit too grand.
Let me hold your hand, darling.
My sister'll be
Oh, your hands are just like bits of ice.
vicious.
Yeah, I know. All
Me
right then.
brother'll be there at the door.
Gosh, your lips taste delicious.
Me Auntie Lil's mind is vicious.
Well, I'll soon put her on the floor then, because I fancy myself.
Well, maybe just another snout more.
Cool, your lips taste delicious too.
I've got to get home.
Well, all right then, I'll close the door.
Here, lend us your comb.
Yeah, you'll never get that through your dome.
You've really been grand,
I thrill when I hold your hand.
but can't you see?
How can you do these things to me?
Oh, there's bound to be talk tomorrow.
Well, think of my lifelong
What
sorrow.
sort of bird you think I am?
Whoa, I don't know, you'll catch me around here and
Anyway,
die.
no, I really can't stay.
Why didn't you start losing your
Oh,
inhibitions?
but it's cold.
Inhibitions, I said. What a note! What a note! Oh, darling, it was marvellous. You're going to hit the hit parade. Top of the hit parade you're going to be.
Joyce Blair and Oliver Reed there with Baby It's Cold Outside. In which case it's time to pull on our fur sweaters and join Bernard Cribbins for a folk song.
Upon the Monday morning, oh, the rain it was a-raining. My love, she come to me and said, when shall you and I be wed? I have bought a double bed and mother is complaining. I can't abide her, mother. And all the while the rain it was a-raining. Upon the Tuesday morning, oh, the snow it was a-glistening. My love still hadn't gone away, so I did ask her mistress, pray, what was it you said yesterday? I really wasn't listening. I laughed, she hit me, and all the while the snow it was a-glistening. Upon the Wednesday morning, oh, the hail it was a-hailing. My love, she made a quick retort and said, to cut a story short, I bought a bed, the double sort. Your hearing must be failing. She called me a deaf nit, and all the while the hail it was a-hailing. Upon the Thursday morning, oh, the day was not a hot one. I said, you've bought a double bed. Well, that was what I thought you said. You must be going off your head, for I've already got one. We got two now, haven't we? And all the while the day was not a hot one. Upon the Friday morning, oh, nobody spoke. Upon the Saturday morning, oh, the thunder it was frightening. I shouted so that I'd be heard, oh, let us marry on the 3rd. But did she answer not a word, for she'd been struck by lightning. And after that the weather started brightening. That was a lovely day. I went fishing. I caught 4. One of them was a great big fat fella he was. Oh, lovely.
Bernard Cribbins there with his aptly titled folk song from 1960. Now we dedicate the remainder of this edition of the Jester's Jukebox to our featured artist, a true comic genius, a man whose ability to mimic was amongst some of the best the world of entertainment has ever heard, as his many appearances on film, radio and, as you'll hear shortly, record go to prove. I am of course referring to the late great Goon Show star Peter Sellers, whose comedy singing career began in 1953 at the age of 28, but it wasn't until 1957 that he achieved a place in Hit Parade by reaching number 21 in August of that year with his own comical version of Any Old Iron.
Any old iron, any old iron, any old iron. You look neat, talk about a treat. You look napper from your dabby to your feet. Dressed in style, brand new tile, and your father's old green tie on. I wouldn't give you something for your old watch chain, old iron, old iron. Cool. Just a week or two ago, my poor Uncle Bill went and kicked the bucket and he left me in his will. The other day I popped around to see poor Auntie Jane. She said, your Uncle Bill has left you a watch and chain. I put it on right across my vest. Thought I looked dandy as it dangled on my chest. Just to flash it off, I started walking round about. A lot of kiddies followed me and all began to shout, any old iron, mate, any old iron, any old iron. You look neat to talk about the treat. You look dapper from your napper to your feet. You're dressed in style with a brand new tile in your father's old green tie on. I wouldn't give you something for your old watch chain, old iron, old iron. And now, Fred Spoons would like to give you a solo. Well, Fred.
Well, I'd like to continue the rhythmic melody what you just heard on my melody spoons. Thank you.
Go on, let me hear that EPNS, Fred. Oh, temperamental, isn't he? Oh, any old iron, any old iron, any old iron. You look neat, talk about the street. Yim bum biddle on your feet. You look nice, dressed in ice. A father's old green tie on. I wouldn't give you something for your old watch chain, old iron, old iron. Oh, you look neat, talk about the treat. You look dapper from your napper to your feet. You got an old green tie, fair itchy when you eye. Got a monocle sticking in your old bench boy. Put your little shoes, blue suede shoes. Don't you roll me, daddy, oh, rock away the blues. You got a lolly for the rain and a brand new cane. I wouldn't give you something for your old watch chain, old iron, old iron. Any old iron, any old iron, any old iron. Ooh, you look neat, talk about a treat. You look dapper from your napper to your feet. Cool, so, brand new tie with your father's old green tie on. I wouldn't give you something for your old watch chain, old iron, old iron. Grab an extra to smoke your pipe. Cool, pooh.
I say, you down there.
Hello?
Do you want some old iron?
Yeah. Oh, mate, I've been spun too.
The majority of Peter Sellers' comedy recordings were produced throughout his career by George Martin, who in the 60s was the Beatles' producer. Martin's contributions to Sellers' recording career cannot be stressed enough. In fact, it was partly Martin's involvement with both Sellers and Spike Milligan that gained an early respect for him by the Fab Four, as they were great fans of The Goon Show. So it wasn't altogether surprising when Sellers decided to do a few send-ups of Lennon and McCartney hits, such as Help and A Hard Day's Night, the latter reaching number 14 in the charts in December 1965. Sellers, of course, adapted his own slant to the Beatles' hit as only he could, by performing it in the style of Laurence Olivier's Richard III.
It has been a hard day's night.
and I have been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel all right. You know I work all day to get you money to buy you things. And it's worth it just to hear you say you are going to give me everything. That's why I love to come home. 'Cause when I get you alone, you know I feel okay. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you, holding me tight, tight. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel all right.
The Beatles' classic A Hard Day's Night there being given the Peter Sellers treatment. And with that, we nearly reached the end of the show. I hope you've enjoyed what the Jester's Jukebox has played for us today, and that has left you with a song in your heart and a smile on your face. This has been a Funny Bone presentation, written and presented by Mark McCaighey, produced by John McCaighey. We leave the final words to Mr. Sellers. Until next time, bye-bye.
Now, the moment you've been waiting for. Listen to the voice in a million as Peter Sellers sings George Gershwin.
George Gershwin.